This is a video that I want to shoot today to obviously give advice to men, but to clearly tell women. I don't know how many women viewers are watching our channel. I would really love to see that stat. I hope more women are watching our channel because obviously you guys, we approach it from a couple's perspective, right? And we want to make sure that both sides are working together. We're not trying to say one side's better than the other.
We want you guys to work together just like, peanut butter and jelly. Like, boom.
But we just know that this... Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of His and Hers.
Yes.
And guys, before we get into it and our prerequisites and introductions, honey, hey, thank you so much everyone for making us reach 600 subscribers.
Yay.
And I think we're at, 606
now?
Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you so much everyone out there, new viewers, obviously our loyal viewers, right? So appreciate it. Like I said, the road to 1,000 is, it's more than halfway there.
True that.
So thank you so much. Thank you for spreading the truth.
Yep.
Thank you for spreading, obviously trying to debunk the lies, right? Keep it up, guys, because I told you 2022.
Yep.
We're trying to eliminate this feminism movement. Like, yeah, right. I think that's the theme for 2022 is getting rid of this whole feminism ideology, right?
A lot of people are wanting to hear the truth because we've noticed they're supporting it and they want to hear it. They're reaching out.
It is, but guys, it's also kind of the perfect timing because, like, we've tried this for the last several decades now, right? Like I told you guys all the time, I've noticed this kind of change in our culture when I was growing up. It ain't working, right? And the stats show it, right? Marriage is at the all-time rate, right? Marriage happiness recorded from women, right? Approval ratings from women, lowest rate. Women are initiating the majority of the divorces, 85%, right? More women and kids are becoming homeless now because they have no family unit, no family structure, right? Anyways, right? And we talk about the body count. Everything's crazy, right? It clearly isn't working, right? So anyways, guys, before we get into it, this is my beautiful wife.
Sim, nice meeting everyone again. And if you're new viewers, welcome to our channel. And thank you for, tuning in with us.
Yes, thank you. My name is Tuan. Guys, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notication bell, right?
Ding.
Go check out our channel over at His&Hers YT on TikTok, right? Those are going to be the shorter clips. Guys, we're going to continue providing more content. As I told you guys, we got some new stuff on the way. I went and just checked out our new facility today and spoke with the contractors about, improvements and paint, flooring, and all that stuff. So, guys, this summer we'll have a new studio for you guys to, to see in terms of in terms of our new layout. We'll probably try to get guests. We'll have other content. We're probably going to show you guys a little bit of our lifestyle as well, too. The car scene that I'm in, the car automotive industry that I'm in as well. And guys, just kind of show you guys kind of how a married couple that is following the truth, the purpose, like you guys telling you guys, not to brag, anything like that. It's just to give you guys obviously examples because I know you guys appreciate the advice that we're giving you guys, right? So, but showing you guys examples of how to make it work.
Yeah,
does
how
that make
marriage
sense?
couple work, and how to, just work, be honest with each other, and help each other out.
Yeah, try to fight this current culture of obviously, independence and trying to keep each other apart from one another. No successful marriages, right? Just all those things that are leading to kind of a failed, I guess, society, a Western culture. Okay, guys. Today I got a really good one, and it's kind of funny as well too because it has to kind of do with this statement that's been going on, right, guys? So the title of our video today, guys, is emotional damage, right? So it's also a very current topic, obviously, with the whole Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, right? Because guys and honey, this seems to be kind of a common thing with the modern woman, right? Is that they always say that they want an emotionally intelligent man, right? Whatever that means, right, guys?
Get an emotional, yet, I understand the intelligent part, but to be emotional, like
it's an oxymoron.
Yeah, it's like,
that's
you
what
want a sissy / intelligent guy.
Yeah,
sort of
that's
thing,
like saying I want a irrational but rational man, right? Because intelligent you cannot be 100% intelligent when you're in your emotions because you cannot be logical when you're in emotions, right?
I agree.
And so what I think what they mean by wanting an emotionally intelligent person is that they want to be able to have a man that can be sensitive, be empathetic of their emotions, of the female's emotions.
Okay.
Not the men's. Now, that being said, guys, there has been no clear definition of what an emotionally intelligent man is. If you guys watch, obviously all the RP community channels like I do, whether it's like Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, all these channels, right?
Yeah.
When the modern woman is asked what does emotionally intelligent mean, it just means that they usually say it's a man who can be emotional, right? Can like show his emotions, right? But guys, today this is a video that I want to shoot today to obviously give advice to men, but to clearly tell women. I don't know how many women viewers are watching our channel. I would really love to see that stat. I hope more women are watching our channel because obviously you guys, we approach it from a couple's perspective, right? And we want to make sure that both sides are working together. We're not trying to say one side's better than the other.
We want you guys to work together just like, peanut butter and jelly. Like, boom.
But we just know that this modern woman is delusional. And so this video today is going to obviously hopefully give you guys advice on why you do not want an emotionally intelligent man or an emotional man in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Picking up a beta sissy in a way.
So, honey,
you can't handle it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting to. I was going to ask you that question, honey. So before we begin, I always like to ask my question. Well, the question. No. You're starting to answer the question. So I want you to answer it now since I'm asking you, right? So, why would you or would you not want an emotional man?
I wouldn't. I would not want an emotional, intelligent man. I like the intelligent part because, at least he can do something. He can, direct something in life. But being a man that's so emotional than a woman, then it makes him a sissy, like a beta sissy. I wouldn't want a beta sissy. Like, what can he do? Like, he can't protect me because he's so emotional. Like, oh, my God, I'm so scared. You go and, think about that. If you're in that situation, woman,
100%.
Like, why would you want an emotional man? Because, first of all, he can't protect you. Second of all, he's always crying. A man shouldn't always cry about everything, okay? You don't. Like, I barely cry unless someone's dead that I actually really care about. That's when I cry. And I'm a woman, but you don't want to cry at everything. If you have that kind of sissy-ass man that cries about everything and can't even protect you when someone's trying to break into your house, he's not a man. He's a sissy. I'm sorry to say, I wouldn't want that kind of man in my life. And I hope you ladies wouldn't either. You want a man to be strong. You want a man to be a warrior. You want a man to be tough,
Okay.
The emotional, the sensitive side should be us women, not the man,
Correct. Okay. No, perfect. But I'm going to expand on that because my wife, 100% correct. An emotional man will not be able to do those things, guys. Yeah. Right? And this is the thing, I want to get into it deeper, but just off the bat, the reason why an emotional man, and this is what modern women will say, well, I don't want him emotional all the time, right? Ladies, modern woman, you cannot have it both ways, right? A man who became a champion, right? The type of man that these modern women want, who's the top percentage of men, you don't get to that point by being emotional, right? You got to that point because you were firm on your convictions, right? You were freaking obviously controlled your emotions. So that way, when there's a bad day at work, you worked through it. When there was something wrong, you said, screw it. I'm going to still continue doing what I need to do. Oh my God, my business is struggling. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to work harder and go through it. So my point is, you can't be Michael Jordan without being Michael Jordan 100% of the time. Okay? So I get it. Like, every once in a while, your father died. My father died, okay? I cried at his funeral.
That's what I said. When someone died that's close to you, then you can cry. That is understandable. But if you cry about everything, your business fail or whatever else, You shouldn't cry. You didn't bring money with you. You had to build that. You can start another company. You can get another job.
My point is to get to this level, the man that achieved this level, any person, really, any person, but we're talking about men here specifically, you have to stay consistently within this framework, this mindset, right? Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan for a reason because he was able to consistently maintain that mindset for the 99.99% of his freaking life, his career. You cannot expect a person like that to all of a sudden flip. At one moment in time, he's, completely strong. And then another moment in time, he's bawling like a baby. No. Okay, so that's first thing. But let me start from the beginning.
If he bawls like a baby, let me tell you right now, you lose respect.
Correct.
You lose respect as a man.
Well, let's touch on
a woman.
Let's touch on all these topics,
okay,
right? Let's start from the beginning, okay, guys? Okay. Let's start from the beginning because the reason why this comes down is we always talk about the truth, right? So the beginning happens is because the man is responsible for your protection and your security, right? Because men, our physicality can control the environment, and obviously we can kill, right? We have the physical prowess to kill. So because of that, guys, because we have that physical superiority over a woman, we have that responsibility, right?
That's what I
with
just
great
said.
power, with any power comes
There's
responsibility, right?
Yes.
And so that starts from the basic perception. We got to start with that premise first, right? Because it all comes down to this, right? So if we're responsible for your protection and your security, we cannot be weak at any moment in time.
That's what I said.
We cannot be selective all of a sudden, like... No. If a tiger comes, like we're talking about ancient men, but let's talk about just modern men too, right? A robber comes, right? But then this comes down to even other things, like we talked about earlier. You lose your job, or you freaking have a bill, right? Or you get an illness, and now you have these financial bills, right? Or let's say your son or your daughter, is doing poor in school, right? You cannot lose that mindset of like, oh my God, what am I going to do, right? Because of this physical superiority and this responsibility, you are the leader. This is the reason why the men are the leaders, because of this power leading to this responsibility, and why you cannot, falter in that mindset.
Because you have to have that role. Like a man has to be stable.
Correct.
I don't care what situation it is. Like, you can't break down in front of your family when something hard is knocking at the door. So what? You lose a damn job. Go get another job. Okay, well, you don't have that much money. Then work 2 jobs. That's what a leader does. You have to, find ways to resolve the problem, right? But at the same time, it's like, I don't like people like, man that's being coward and just cry about it or, want to take their life or whatever else. You don't do that. You weren't born with money, whatever else. You came to this world naked. You go out this world naked, right? So you have to be strong for your family. That's what a leader does. You got to say, hey, what else can I do to protect this family? Whether it's to put a roof over the head, food on the table, or to get another job. Whatever it is that you have to do, just do it, Don't be a sissy about it and cry. Because you can't cry about things like that.
Regardless, I mean, crying, that is serious already. That's like beyond serious, right? Like my wife said, you're gonna lose respect for this man.
No.
But even just faltering, just even worrying about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I had to worry about some freaking bill that's coming up, if I had to worry about something like, oh my God, we can't pay our rent this freaking month, that is going to show that I am not capable. I am not responsible. I don't have the competency to lead this family in the right direction, right? My responsibility is taking care of business, right?
That's what my dad said.
Right?
Like a man is a leader. Anything that's from work related, or my dad, when he comes home, he doesn't bring work home. He separates it. Like when he's paying attention to us, his kids and stuff, he doesn't bring like work related stuff.
Oh my God, my job is so terrible. Honey, look at, all this bad stuff came in today.
My dad would have cuts or whatever else. He doesn't say, oh my God, I just hurt myself. No, he take it as a man, boom, get up, and he doesn't share it with his wife and kids to concern. He's like, those aren't things you need to concern. You just need to concern about the things you need to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Like my mom's got her role, my sister got her role, the boys, certain things. Like you have your own roles to play. And especially for a man, especially when you're leading and stuff, you cannot be weak in front of your family in front of, if you're running a business, you can't be weak in front of your employees.
And guys, another reason why, guys, too, is because like your family, your wife, your kids needs to know that their future is secure, right? And for the teaching, for the rest of the skills that your wife needs to do in terms of like, teaching the kids, she can't do those things, right? If she's having to worry, oh my God, are we going to be having a house next month? Yeah. Or am I actually going to have food on the table, right? It's like you cannot worry about these other things and then somehow try to do these jobs that you're supposed to be tasked with too, right? Guys, let's touch on why the modern female is capping when they say this, right? The reason why most modern women say that they want a man to open themselves up to this, right, is because the modern woman has been taught to be so masculine and so independent. In essence, they've been taught to be men themselves. And so what happens is because of this ideology of them needing to be a man as well and independent and self-sustaining, right, they want to be the leader in the household. Yeah. And so that's why they want a man to be emotional. So that way there's this best case scenario, right? Best case scenario, they can control this emotional man. Look at Jada Pinkett and obviously Will Smith, right? Don't let me finish because we know it's not the best case scenario. Because as you guys can see with that scenario, they still don't respect this man, right? In their mind, they think that they would rather have that situation than a man who's a true leader, right? But other case scenario, how many times have you heard the modern woman say a 50-50, 50-50 partnership, right? Because they don't want this man to come in and have to influence, in essence, control their life, right? Because they've been indoctrinated, brainwashed so much that they need to run their life, right? That they don't want to have someone else in charge of that aspect. Does that make sense?
Well, it's not control, ladies, okay? Like when you get married, it's not control. Just because you're putting food on the table, raising your kids well, giving them the best outcome, that isn't control, okay? When your husband is out there slaving away, working his butt off to put all this stuff for you, that isn't control. Yeah, but, and I don't know how women can think of it as control these days.
But see, they have their own rules. This is the false ideology, ladies. The false ideology is you're not in control. Who gave you the power to be independent? Answer that question. Who gave you the power to be independent? Women, and specifically the modern women, but women in general throughout time. You've never been independent. Let me say this today, ladies and guys out there. Women can never be independent. You guys understand? The only way you guys are independent because men gave you independence.
They gave it to you in some ways.
Every way. There's a system in place that allows you to be protected from the environment, from outside danger, that allows you to, quote unquote, think you're independent. Yep. Right? It's civilization. It's the police. It's the government. It's the fire department. It's the freaking sewers that we built. It's the freaking water.
Well, we already talked
it's the
about
electric.
that.
But my point is, you are not independent. You are part of a system, the matrix. Right? They've only lied to you that you think you're independent. But without this system, without this freaking matrix that you're a part of and that you're a slave to, you have no one. The only way you're going to be independent is if you trust your man. And that's how your family unit can be independent. Yep. That's the key. Your man, and with you by his side, creating this family unit and family structure and creating your own wealth and your own legacy, that's the only way you're going to become independent. Yep. Hence why a man can be a king and turn his wife into a queen, but it can't be the other way around because that's not your power to have and your responsibility to hold. Okay? So it comes back down to that power of the man, that he has the power to change his environment and kill. It always comes back down to that. So because of that power, he has that responsibility.
Well, and if the man does, like I said, if he's not willing to change certain things and he, say gives up his power and becomes a wuss, well, I guess there you go.
So that was the next thing, and 100%, honey. So that's
saying,
the problem is
doesn't
now
do anything.
This is the false ideology that keeps you within this matrix. Because you have believed the feminism lies that says that you're independent, even though you're not. You're part of this matrix. And because they've told you, say, hey, now you need to find a man who's a beta, who's emotionally intelligent. You are going to partner up with a man who doesn't have the power because he's given up that power, just like my wife said. He's given that power up, obviously because he's an idiot or because he's been indoctrinated as well, right? And so now he can't set himself free. So therefore, he can't set you free. So now you guys are both stuck in the matrix, okay?
Stuck in the unhappy world.
And so now we're going to go to the lesson of the man, right? Men, you got to, this is where I have to say, unfortunately, right? You have to wake up and step up, right? You are the one that's in control of this aspect. You are the one to say, hey, no, I have the power to change, shape my reality, shape my future, right? And then obviously from there, I can obviously create the truth with the right woman. Okay? All right. So that's one, right? So we got to start with that power thing, okay? The next thing, right? So the next thing, the reason why you can't be emotional as a man is because of the second power, your finance. Right? So we just talked about fitness, right? Finance. To get finance, it's a struggle. It's a long struggle.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very long road, right? And it's a very lonely road. We've talked about this all the time, right?
Very lonely road.
You cannot be emotional when you're gathering your finance and your resources. Ladies, let me ask you a question. All these boss bitches, all these freaking independent ladies, right? Freaking all the single ladies, right? Beyonce, right? What traits do you have that has, quote unquote, supposedly given you in your independence, right? All these career-minded women, right? You are less emotional. Think about it. To be successful in your own job, in your own career, right?
Climb up the ladder.
You had to act like a man, which means less emotional. That means you're freaking more hard-headed, less cooperative, less emotional, less empathetic, less caring, right? So you yourself know that to be successful in your job, you have to be less emotional. Why would you then think that a man who is emotional is going to achieve the finances and the resources that he needs to be a high-value man? It doesn't make sense. It's impossible.
No.
So that's what I'm trying to say. No one can achieve finances and resources, man or woman, being emotional.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get up that high tier, you won't be.
But this is the problem. Ladies, modern women, this is the problem. Once again, that power is not yours to have. Finance, resources is not your power to have, right? Your powers is fitness. And what's the most important one that men want from you?
Fidelity, honey.
Femininity, though. Femininity, right? Nurturing, caring, soft-spoken, cooperative, kind, right? And those things you do need to be emotional about. So in your pursuit of a man's value, you've hurt your own values, right? And so to correct this, you're the one that needs to be emotional, not the man. Right? But this is the problem. This is the reason why it's failing is because the modern woman has been lied to and has been told that, no, to be a high-value woman, you need to have this value that is the man's value because you guys are the same. If you become high-value in finance, you're going to be a high-value woman. That's why so many modern women lead with their careers and their jobs, right? When you ask, what do you bring to the table, most of these women start spitting out, oh, well, I have a degree in this. I have a freaking, this is my job, right? No one ever says, hey, I'm beautiful. I'm feminine. I'm nurturing. I'm caring.
No,
right?
Because that's a mom's role, honey.
No,
They're
because
not that in
because
anymore.
one, you guys haven't been educated in such. You've been indoctrinated so much to believe that those aren't your values, and on top of that, you've been shamed to believe that those are weaknesses, not strengths. And how many times have we told you guys on this channel that is what inspires men to become great? That's what inspires men to, in essence, sacrifice for you. How many times have I told you guys on this channel, who is really the slave? The person that is doing the work or the person who's inspiring them to do the work?
Am I inspiring, honey?
Yes. And obviously with the kids and the legacy and the truth. The truth is what's inspiring me, but obviously you ladies have a huge part in keeping up with that inspiration, right? Because you are part of the truth. Without you, we cannot have a successful marriage, which leads to kids and which leads for the best outcome for our kids, right?
Yep.
We can't do it by ourselves. No one can do it by themselves, man or woman.
Together.
Correct, right? And so, ladies, when you break it down, you have unfortunately became what you want.
Yeah.
Right? You have unfortunately became not only what you want, but now what you despise. Right? Because now you despise the man that has the values that you've gained, if not better.
Yep.
Because, right, the modern woman always wants a man who is financially better than them.
Yeah,
right?
But not when he's
But you can't have two
emotional.
leaders. But that's what I'm trying to say. So this is where the modern woman is trying to find a unicorn. Okay?
No, here, think of it
Go ahead.
this way, honey.
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, when you did the lion analogy, you can't have two lions that are leaders, okay? One of them has to conquer the other one. The other one has to either step down or he just gets killed.
And biology-wise,
You know?
you guys
That's how
cannot
it
be the
is.
leaders.
You know?
will, like I said, it comes down to biology. You will never be the independent person because you don't have the physical capability,
So,
right? Ladies, I know a lot of you guys out there think that you're tough shit. A lot of you guys think out there that, oh, man, I can freaking handle myself and beat up. If you are a single woman with three kids at home, or even one kid at home, you're just a single mom, right? And a burglar freaking breaks into your house. What do you think your chances are of to stopping those burglars? Versus if you had a man in the house and
very
that man
slim. No, it has to be a man that is strong, a man that is acting like a
Correct.
man, a man that is not a wuss. Because
Correct.
if he's a wuss and here you're like, a woman that's acting like a man, you're going to step bounds and be like, here, I got this. And then here, now your kids are going to look at your husband like, oh my God, my wife, my mom has to protect me. And now you think your kids are going to respect the dad?
My point is,
You can't have that kind of role.
My point is, you
know,
know
in
the
a house.
reality. You know the reality.
Yeah, you can't do that.
If you are out in the streets walking around with your child and you are not protected by a man, what do you think your chances are if men came up to you and says, "Hey, I
Slim.
just want to freaking pretty much destroy this woman"?
Slim.
It ain't happening.
Unless that man is like really small, like, he's a wuss, he's weak, and he's sick or decrepit, then maybe. That's your chance.
And guys,
but if not, no. Regular man, no.
And everyone, we're talking about generalities, right? What is the average size of a man versus the average size of a woman, right? 5'10".
5'8", 5'10", I think.
A man is 5'10",
Okay.
5'9" and a half, 180, 185 pounds. I think it's maybe almost to 190 pounds,
See?
right? The average woman is 5'4",
See?
175 pounds, meaning she's short and fat. You think a short and fat woman is going to beat up a 5'10", relatively athletic man? 5'10", 190 pounds isn't fat, guys.
No.
Right? So that man's going to destroy her. Okay. Anyways, right? That's going back to fitness, right? So anyways, the reason why men cannot be emotional is because to gather our finance, right, which makes us high value in that power, so that way we can provide the best outcome for the truth. We cannot be emotional.
Yeah.
We have to stay consistent. I cannot wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I don't want to work today because, I lost my dog, or, oh my God, freaking like it was a bad day at work and my boss was so mean to me, or like, I had to talk to a vendor today and the vendor was like being so uncooperative. Like, no one wants to hear that.
You got to suck it up and move on, be positive, and just continue doing what you need to do.
Correct.
Okay? And that's what a man has to do. Just like a woman. Okay? You can't like, I feel tired now, I'm going to give up. I don't want to take care of my kids. No, you got a responsibility to take care of your kids, nurture them, teach them, feed them, do all the things you need to do as a mom.
But you guys women can be in your emotions and actually do that.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you are in your emotions and you have love and kindness and nurturing in your mind, you can do that with your kids because it's your kids, right? You can't do that with complete strangers at a workplace. It's just how it is.
No,
right?
I'm just saying, like for a mom,
Yeah.
how the man has to keep going. Woman, if you're, had a responsibility of a mom, you can't be like, okay, I'm sick in this, I can't do this. No, you gotta still take care of your kids.
But my point is, you're looking at it from a negative standpoint. Like, women, for most women, waking up, taking care of their kids, hugging their kids, nurturing their kids is a joyous experience. So for you guys, because you're more emotional, right? And so, but your emotions are the positive emotions. It's love, it's kindness, it's fun, right? You guys don't want to be in the negative emotions, right? Which is work related. Okay, let's be honest, guys. Man or woman here, don't cap with me, right? Don't lie to me. Work ain't fun. Dealing with people in a work environment, regardless if you're in IT, automotive, fucking, I don't care, basket weaving. Dealing with people in a work situation is not fun. It's boring. It's negative. It's confrontational. There's fires to put out. Fires aren't fun to put out on a daily basis. But that is work. Work is literally putting out fires every single day.
I know, honey.
And not in a positive way, right? Yeah. Dealing with your kids, although sometimes there are negative situations, but it's your kids. So you're always going to have this love in your heart, right? Yeah. So you're going to be like, okay, cool. It sucks that I have to yell at my kid, or it sucks that I have to teach them, but I love my kids. And so your emotional is always going to be positive.
I understand, honey, but I'm just saying we all have a role to play and we have duties.
I'm just trying to make it clear.
It's not negative.
I get it. But that's why I have to make that clear statement to our viewers, because that is where your emotions is most beneficial.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's positive emotions, kindness, nurturing, love, like everything as I said about, right? Where the man has to suppress his emotions, and this is the reason why men cannot be emotional, because the workplace, the reality, the out there is negative.
It's stressful.
Is negative, right? And so men need to suppress our emotions, so that way we built up a wall against all these negative emotions, right?
Yep.
That's the only way we can be successful, man or woman. But for men, that's what we can do, because that's the power that we're supposed to bring to the table. Okay, guys? Okay? So that's the difference. So this is the reason why men need to control their emotions, and why women, ladies, 2022, do not look for an emotional man. I get it, right? You don't want him to be an asshole. I get it. You don't want him to be such a non-empathetic person that he doesn't care about your feelings in terms of like, hey, provide for me, protect for me. But a man doesn't have to be emotional to provide and protect for you. He has to be obviously in control of his life, and he has to understand his duties. Yep. You don't have to be emotional to understand your duties and your responsibility.
It's not like he has to cry with you, cry me a river over a little, emotional movie or sad movie. Like, dude, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm crying and bawling out, and now why is he not crying? Like, why do you want emotion? Like I said, you don't want a wuss for a man.
You don't.
I'm sorry to say, whoever wants a wuss for a man, it's because you want to be that man.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say. You want to be the controlling figure in this relationship.
A man leader.
You unfortunately have this insecurity / issue, right? Because unfortunately you've been indoctrinated to believe that your value, right? And I'm speaking to modern women, guys. Modern women, you guys have been lied to, because you've been told that this value of finance and resource is what makes you valuable. And to get that, you need to be non-emotional. Yeah. So you're saying, well, hey, this is my power I bring, right? So I need the man to be, unfortunately, the opposite of that, right? Because I don't want him to bring this power and take over that duty, because then it would make me non-valued at all. I'm not bringing anything to the table at this point.
And let me be honest with you guys, as viewers, it isn't going to work. Your relationship, I'm telling you right now, will not last, because at the end of the day, the man is going to feel it later. Even though you suppress him even more, he will. Like Will Smith, as an example. Yeah. Boom, emotional disaster.
Emotional damage.
Yep, right there.
Correct.
Because you know what? You suppress a man so much when he's supposed to be that leader, supposed to be strong, supposed to not, be weak and all that stuff. You suppress and suppress because you want to be that boss babe. You want to be that bitch. You want to be that leader. You want to show that man his weakness. Like, oh, if I'm going to call him, he's like a dog that's going to come over here. Like, a man doesn't want to be treated like a dog. They want to be respected like a king with value, a warrior. And here you're suppressing. He's not even the warrior. He's like, you're like the one wearing the pants in the house. And that is, you're degrading him. And that's what happened to Will Smith. I'm sorry to say. Now you think Jada is going to respect him after that? No, she isn't.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
They will break up. I'm telling you that right now. They will break up soon.
And the funny thing, this is my prediction. As much as I would love for him to break up with her, and I would know 100%, I will put $1 million down, right? I would put $1 million down that she would respect him more if he broke up with her. But this is the problem, guys, because the modern woman, you get ladies out there because you want an emotional man. This emotional man isn't going to break up with you. So you know what's going to happen? She's going to freaking claim some type of abuse from him. Just wait. She's going to flip the script on him and say how he's been abusive to her and all these things that he's been doing wrong to her. And then she's going to play the victim and then she's going to break up with him. Guys, the stats don't lie, right? 85% women break up with men, right? Men don't break up with women, and for damn sure, not emotional men. They don't have the guts or the balls to break up with the woman.
She already admitted, honey, that she had some kind of emotional damage. She was all low, in her feelings, whatever else, when, the guy died, whatever else that she truly loved. So he picked her up and tried, okay? To do something about it and uplift her and make her like, this queen. But you know what? She doesn't love you, Will. She doesn't care for you that much. Okay? If she did care for you and love you and respect you, trust me, you wouldn't be that emotional damage that you just made yourself a fool in front of millions of people that people are talking about.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I mean, like I said, that's the key. That's my prediction. I think that's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen because there's no way that she's going to freaking obviously take accountability. She's going to play the victim. She's going to say that he messed up, did all this stuff. He's going to bite it like the good boy. He's going to get that pat on the head like this whole white knight feminism movement. Go check out our video, right? White knight disease, right?
The puppy.
And, correct. And then he's going to take full blame on why the marriage failed. Just wait.
It's pretty dumb. But no, I already had that feeling. Like, he's already so messed up emotionally. She messed him up pretty bad. Like, for a man with his caliber, okay, with his fame, with his clout, with his money, okay, he should have just kicked her to the curb long time ago.
Or at least put his foot down. So that way he could have saved this marriage.
Yes. He should have done something. Saved his marriage, saved his kids, because now his kids is messed up in thinking. Now his wife is messed up in thinking that she is a victim when she isn't the victim. She's the one who's made him into a victim. But you know what? With his sick mentality, men that are in that role or when they're married into someone, especially a woman, trying to play the leader when she shouldn't be the leader, okay? That man will have emotional damage. And trust me, whether he deletes himself, whether she, not him, break up with her just so she can be like, you know what? I can't stand his emotional side anymore. He's such a beta. He's such a wuss. I can't stand this anymore. She liked it that when she was a leader, like, he's a little dog, to her. Come over here, do whatever. But you know what? After that, she's going to play that victim card. Like, you know what? I can't deal with this emotional guy. He's such a beta. He's so weak. I can't have this. You're pulling me down.
Yeah. Well, like I said, obviously she's not happy. She's not happy. Like, even though as much as you say, like, she wants him to be a dog, a woman can only be a leader for so long before you lose respect for the man.
Like I said, it will be that way. It doesn't matter if it's Jada or Will or anybody. It's anyone in that type of role.
Correct.
Okay. When you don't respect your man, or even the son, and you don't have the man, or when you have a son and you don't show him that a man should be respected or play a role, or a woman should be this or a man should be this, trust me, the men, you're damaging them, emotionally damaging them. And they're not going to work in any relationship. And they're going to end up being alone or doing something to themselves.
Well, it's self-destructive. We know
Yeah.
that. So, guys,
That's
like
the
I
sad
said,
part.
2022, guys, we got to kill
So
this
wake up.
ideology. Men, get your masculinity back.
Mm-hmm.
Women, find your femininity and realize that that is your true power. Not this masculine energy that you think that you need to bring to the table. Men, like I said, step up, get your masculinity back, and change this emotional situation that we're having in. Okay?
Can I say grab your balls back in
Correct.
hand, please?
Exactly.
Women,
Yeah.
come on. Okay, it's not sexy when you guys are acting that way. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much.
See
Check
ya.
you guys on the next one.